The biggest thing this patch has to be the editing. So it's not even the editing, it's custom binds in general. So many of you guys might know that you can already have like custom binds from the in the game, like the whole PS4 in general, not but the biggest thing about this is that this is specific for Fortnite. So, like me, I have my L3, which is the push down button on the left stick, as X. I used to, and I had to go around pressing L3 for everything. When I wanted to type, I would have to press L3, and it was horrendous. But anyway, in this video, I'm gonna show you guys many different methods, probably around two or three, that I think will probably be as like one of the best, like some of the best methods and console bindings in the game. Because I don't really know how much different everything can get because we only have so many buttons. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into the first one. So this first one I'm gonna walk through with you guys is my very own custom key bindings. And I'm sure other people probably run this too, and I think this is the most efficient way to play it and get an advantage on other players. So starting 2 days ago, I started playing Claw, and if you guys don't know what Claw is, I'm sure you guys could look it up and see what I'm talking about. It's basically where you have your index finger on your triangle, square, circle, and X at all times, and you're shooting with your middle finger. And for me personally, I started 2 days ago, so it took me harder to get used to with the whole shooting the middle finger thing, and I kept on pressing the wrong buttons. But I'm sure within like 2 more days, I'm gonna have it down. And I suggest you guys play Claw as well. And I know there's videos out there and stuff and theories that, oh, you're gonna get arthritis and oh, your fingers are gonna be hurt. But people that have played Call of Duty before, like Optic Scump and stuff, they play Claw, and my dude's a professional Call of Duty player, and he's been playing Claw forever. And it's way more than like 4 years, 5 years, and he's still playing Claw. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So let me explain before you guys think I'm crazy. For this L3 button, I have it as jump, and you guys are gonna think like, wait, what? Now let me explain. So when you go into settings, there's an option called sprint by default. You want to turn this on so that instead of having to press down L3 every time you want to jump or every time you want to sprint, you can automatically start sprinting. And most of the time in this game, you're already sprinting as it is. But later on, I'm going to show you guys a keybind that will help you if you ever want to start like crawling around or something, and if you don't want to automatically run. So that's for jump, and I feel like this is a very good placement for jump because it's close to what scuff controllers would do for you. They have back buttons, and the thing is with back buttons, you're always staying on the analog sticks, right? But this way, you're still staying on your analog stick as well. And then now you're asking me, so what about this X button? For this X button, this is when the claw, or even if you don't play claw, I'm pretty sure this is going to be really good as well. You're going to make this edit. And then you're going to make switch mode, simply switch mode, because you don't want to accidentally hold or press circle. Sometimes when you press circle and switch and then you accidentally like edit your wall. But if you make X edit in this circle only switch mode, you'll know for sure that there's no way you can edit, by pressing circle accidentally. And this is what I believe to be the best settings because number one, you're always going to be able to have your fingers on the controllers, especially if you're playing claw, right? I can run, I can edit, I could jump, all while having my finger on the sticks. So you guys might be asking me like, oh, so now what if I want to like crawl or like not run, right? So here's when you have these buttons on the side because you're rarely going to need to not run, It's Fortnite, you have to run. So you guys could pick which preference, like which sides of these that you actually prefer, and you could make that your walk button. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make this bottom button the walk button because it's closest to the, the analog stick, your left stick. So I feel like that makes the most sense to me. And I might make my emote picker my squad comms, which is the right side. So this is gonna go down to where is it? Am I crazy? This one. There you go. And now we can make squad comms. We can make squad comms. What are we doing this? We're making this again? Oh yeah, your emo picker. There you go. And this is one of the keybinds that you can use. And make sure, don't forget to do the same thing on this side, because sometimes it's going to be different and you're going to be pressing different buttons and it's all going to be crazy. So let's see. Yeah, everything is pretty much the same. Actually, I think it transfers over. I'm just going to make this my emo picker anyway, and this is still going to be my sprint button. So everything else should stay the same. Crouch, repair. Yeah. So here's one of them, and this is actually what I'm going to be running. But I also know people that have everything, so let me reset this for you guys real quick. I also know people that have been doing this and using their, let's see, one of these as your inventory, and using this, your middle pad, oh no, not as inventory. This is still going to be inventory, if I can find it. And this will be your maps, to pull out your map. Because what I've seen a lot of people do, because my method is has required you to switch a lot of buttons. So if you just do it this way, you don't really have to change anything. And I've seen a lot of people do it this way. So they've made their middle button the edit, and then I still recommend you switch this from switch mode to switch mode / edit to just switch mode, unless you actually feel like you might need to hold circle sometimes. But that's me personally. I think that this is the best way, and you can keep everything else the same, and the only thing you change is your map and what you want to use to edit. So those are the two ways that I believe are going to be the best keybinds and the most efficient ways. And I honestly feel like everybody who doesn't have these keybinds is going to be at a massive disadvantage, because the editing in console, when you have to hold circle, really glitches a lot. And now we have actual keybinds. This is similar to having like G on a keyboard to press the edit. Now that we have this, it's gonna make the skill gap even higher between Fortnite, and like the good players and the bad players. So I'm gonna go ahead after this. I'm gonna reset this, and I'm gonna go back to my original settings, and then hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you. Peace.